What's going on, y'all? Hey, I know I said that I possibly might, start doing some things with Real Housewives of New Jersey, on this channel, like not giving in-depth reviews, but speaking on it. Because I actually do like the season, and y'all know I used to be a big Real Housewives of New Jersey fan, but it got to a certain point that you know it just got tiresome. It, for some reason, I just fell out of like with reviewing it, because I noticed that certain people, like my viewership, just started going down with it, and I just couldn't stomach some of the stuff that was going on. And actually, I can't even remember what season it was that I started recording it, but, or I should say reviewing it, but I never stopped watching it though. I just didn't feel like talking about it because I felt like some of the shit just really wasn't worth talking about. But baby, the new season has come back, okay? Now, last season was a mess, all right? That whole situation with Teresa and Jackie, like, I think part of the reason why I stopped reviewing it is because of Teresa. And I used to really like Teresa, but as you keep on going through the show, season after season after season, you come to realize, and I've come to the conclusion that, and especially when you see these past couple of seasons that's been off, and especially last season, Teresa has a very hard time of, taking accountability for some of the things that she does. And I feel as though she feels because she's like the main OG that's on the show, she can get away with stuff. And because she practically built this particular franchise, portion of the franchise of the Real Housewives of New Jersey, and that is part of the reason why a lot of people tune in. So she feels as though she's the Nene of the show. She feels as though she can get away with a lot of stuff, and she don't have to take responsibility, or I should say accountability, for the things that she done. Sometimes she acts really, really like aloof about certain things, like, I didn't know this, or why would you think that, or some shit like that. I just don't like that, okay? When it came to last season, that whole situation with Jackie husband and that rumor of him allegedly, having an affair on her or whatever, Teresa, till this day, and even after looking at last night's episode of the Real Housewives of New Jersey for the new season, she still does not get the fact that you play a pivotal role, okay? You play a role in putting this information out there about her husband, okay? You said it at a party, for what reason? Why are you spreading this, okay? Granted, you may not have made up the rumor, you are repeating the rumor. And not only are you repeating the rumor, but you're repeating the rumor on national TV. So therefore, millions or hundreds of thousands of people are looking at it and listening to this. So it's the embarrassment factor that's coming with that. It's unsubstantiated proof that we haven't found yet. There's no evidence yet. Nobody came out yet and said, yeah, this really is true. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, what was the reason for putting that out there? And then the way that she went about saying it at the party or whatever, it was just like, there was no reason. It was like you really was just trying to come after this girl. That's what it felt like. And to this day, you can't understand that you literally fucked up by doing that. You know what I'm saying? You may not have started it, but you brought it to the show, or you helped bring it to the show. That happened. That was the big thing, her beef with Jackie, and then the way that Jackie made that analogy about what if Gia did drugs and all that stuff, and you getting in your feelings. I was like, girl, how you getting on your feelings about that? And I get it because it's your child, but at the same time, she is an adult, okay? You was talking about her husband. You brought a rumor to the show that was a rumor, okay? She made an analogy. Maybe it was a bad analogy, but she was trying to make a point. And just like that shit got to her, it got to your ass. So a point was made, if you ask me, So you got that, and then you got the whole situation with Jennifer and Margaret. I never really liked Jennifer, and I wanted to like Jennifer, but, I've come to the realization that... And I hate the fact that we had to watch certain stuff, and politics has gotten so deep into a lot of the things that we watch, because now I literally, and I hate that I do this sometimes, I know for a fact, okay, well, I don't know for a fact, but I can just tell, in my honest opinion, that a lot of these girls, especially on New Jersey, especially in New York, and could possibly in Beverly Hills or Orange County, they're like Republicans, okay? And, you know, Salt Lake City, we know that too, some of them. But it's not, and I hate the fact that, and I'm not trying to sympathize with Republicans, but it's the way that things have gone in these last political cycles for the past few years that has made it such a negative thing to be a Republican. Like, it's such a very negative connotation to be a Republican, or, you know, to have an opposing view from what another person has. And I hate that. And I hate that I look at that. And it's because of one person in particular, to be honest, all right? And I get some of that vibe from some of the women on this show, but they do come off likable to me. To a certain extent. But Jennifer, I can tell that she probably is one, but I don't know. Like, something about her just, you know what I'm saying? She just, everybody, and we have to come to the conclusion as well, that just about everybody on the Real Housewives franchises, they're materialistic, okay? But something about Jennifer during this season, or during her time on the show, she's just been utterly and overly materialistic, you know, and I saw right through her when she first came on the show, you know. So when her and Margaret got into it, and the way that she was talking down about Margaret when she did her book, and, you know, about the whole sexual assault, and, well, you know, having to sleep with the boss because the boss basically, you know, during the Me Too era and all that stuff or whatever, because it was a different time period, she was looking her nose down on her and all that. And the whole situation, calling her a whore, calling her this or whatever. Granted, Margaret did put that out there in the book, that she was a cheater, her mama cheated and all this stuff. You know, Jennifer takes the information that you put out there and uses against you. Okay, she used it as a weapon. You know what I'm saying? She throws it at your ass. So on this couple of seasons, well, these past 2 episodes of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, it's been Margaret versus Jennifer at this point. And unfortunately, the situation that came out was, you know, Margaret, and let me tell you something. I don't like Jennifer to a certain extent, and I did like Margaret, but Margaret is getting on my nerves, and I can honestly admit that. Margaret is becoming very much not likable, because Margaret is that type of person that will push you to do something. Oh, why you not doing this? Why you not doing this? You need to do this. Like with the whole situation with Teresa's boyfriend, you know, in that video, I saw the video. It was weird as shit. And I don't trust him. He just gives me, I don't like the way he looks. Because he looks dishonest. He looks sneaky. He looks like he has stuff up his sleeve, okay? He looks like he could be manipulative, okay? He just gives me off that bad vibes. And after Teresa being with Joe, Gorga, or Judice, I want her to be with somebody that's better, but I'm not going to judge because she's happy for the most part. We don't know what's going on in that relationship. But the video was weird. And Margaret kept on saying at this damn party, at Teresa's party, is he going to show up? Is he going to show up? But Teresa, he needs to address the video. And I'm like, why are you pushing and pushing and pushing? To be honest, he ain't got to address nothing. As long as Teresa and him understand what's going on, and he know, and they talked about it, he don't have to say nothing to anybody else. Because who is he trying to prove stuff to? Teresa or y'all? Who is he in a relationship? Teresa or y'all? I know y'all friends or whatever, and I'm gonna put friends in quotations, but I just didn't like that. I was like, damn, Margaret, back the fuck up. And then the way that she was coming at Jennifer as soon as she came up in there, like them two getting into it, and the fact that she put out there that Jennifer's husband once cheated on her, okay? And I'm just like, wow, so you coming at Margaret about her being a cheater and your husband was cheating on you too. Like, I kind of already got that vibe from their relationship, that some stuff was going on that they didn't want to put out there. But, you know, at this point, people are making it like a sympathy type of situation for Jennifer because, you know, oh, Margaret was wrong as hell for putting something out there like that, and, you know, her kids got to know about this because Jennifer never told her kids, never told her family, she didn't tell her friends or whatever what was going on, and I understand that. But you have to understand that you are on reality TV, and so that means that any and everything that happens in your life, in 9 out of 10 is going to pop up. And you have to be prepared for that. So if you didn't want this information to get out, you should have been on your P's and Q's coming at certain people, okay? You shouldn't be coming at people and acting as if you're above other people, you know what I'm saying, when you got shit in your own backyard and your shit ain't clean, okay? And so I don't feel sorry for her in that aspect. And the kids will get over it. I'm sorry, the kids will get over it. To be honest, the kids probably don't even care. All right, they'll feel some type of way probably if they're old enough to understand, and then they'll get over it, you know? So this whole about what about the kids, girl, it ain't that deep. I mean, it's deep, but not like that. I could see if it happened recently, but it happened 10 years ago, and they've been cool ever since. At least that's what they're appearing to us. So to make it such a big deal, like I feel as though Jennifer was, you know, all up in her feelings about it because she was putting on this facade, and the facade got shattered a little bit. It got shattered a little bit in that moment. Do I feel Margaret was right for putting it out there the way that she did? No, she was not. She did that shit to be vindictive and to hurt that girl, and she knew that it would, and that's what she did. Okay. What else was going on? Jackie actually going up there to talk to her after all the stuff that Jackie and Jennifer got into it with, you know, and then to find out on this episode that Jennifer was trying to get information from Frank and all these other people about her husband and everything. I was like, wow. And Jackie still, you know, she got a little pissed, but she still was like, okay, this girl is hurting. I'm not going to go in because I've been in that situation and I'm not going to do that again. You know what I'm saying? To another woman. Jackie better than me, because I would have said, fuck you, bitch. I really would have. All right. But what else? The whole situation with this Gia. I don't know, like, if you just, I don't know how my timeline, because on Twitter, like, Twitter will bring up tweets that, like, suggest certain stuff if you've been, you know, searching for something, or if you've been tweeting about stuff, it'll just bring up random tweets on that topic. And so I get a lot of reality tweets from different users that I don't even follow. They just pop up on my timeline, you know, suggested follows or whatever. And a lot of people really was like coming at Gia's throat because of the fact that she stood up to Joe, her uncle. You know what I'm saying? Because she was in her feelings about the fact that Joe was saying all this stuff about her father. Keywords, her father. Okay? And they was like, because Joe on last night's episode was like, I would never talk to, who raised you to talk to your auntie or your uncle the way that you're talking like this and all this stuff, as if it was the most cardinal sin, number one cardinal sin, to talk back to your uncle or your aunt or a person that's talking about your people. Okay? And I'm sitting here like, the issue is Joe don't like to be called out on his stuff, and he thought that he could say whatever the hell that he wanted to say and get away with it because Teresa was okay with it. But you have to understand, yes, you can say the things that you want to say about their father because this is what you live and that was your experience with them. That's understandable. I don't understand why people are coming at Gia and being upset at Gia for speaking her mind and coming back at Joe just because he's her uncle. I don't give a damn. Because I guaranteed you, if it was his daughter and one of them was saying shit about him and his daughter just let it slide, he wouldn't want his daughter to stand up for him the way that Gia stood up for her daddy. And y'all have to remember, yes, her daddy is a piece of shit. We've seen the stuff that he done to Teresa, got her locked up, was cheating on her, talking bad about her, all of this stuff, being disrespectful. We've seen that. But the girls probably didn't see that. And even if they did, the father that they know is not that person. They still got love for their father. They can't see their father on a regular basis because he's deported. Okay? And they probably have been pissed off at him because he allowed himself to get deported because of his actions and, you know, the crime that he committed. You know what I'm saying? But they probably got over that, and you still have to understand that that's their father. So, of course, it's coming from a place that nobody talks about my father. You can't keep trashing my father. I get it. You don't like the motherfucker. You feel some type of way about what he did to the family, but I have the right, just like you have the right, to express your feelings about him. I'm going to defend him. I'm going to feel some type of way, and I'm going to say the shit that you say about him, it hurts me. And I don't understand why people are in their feelings about the fact that she spoke up about that. She's not a little girl anymore. Granted, she's 21. She's still young. She's a young adult, but she has her own mouthpiece. She has her own feelings, and she can defend her father if she wants to. You can say what you want, and she can say what she wants. She was trying to be respectful to a certain point, but he just would not let her speak. He wanted to get all up in his feelings because he can't take the fact that somebody is coming back at him about the shit that he says, okay? And then for Melissa to try to, tell her, oh, he don't want you talking. You can't talk to him. Bitch, shut up. The girl can say what she want to say. And it ain't have nothing to do with, oh, who raised you and who did this and all that stuff. No. If you are saying some stuff about somebody that I love and I respect in my own way, I'm going to defend them. And that's where I feel like Gia was coming from. And Joe it didn't have to blow up the way that it blew up. Because he wasn't trying to see and understand that, yes, you may feel what you feel about Joe. And it may 100% be true, which I believe. But that is her father. She's gonna defend him. Y'all have different experiences. Don't nobody want to keep on seeing every time you turn on the TV, you ragging on their father. Okay, we get it. You don't fuck with him. You feel like he did this and he did that. Let it go. We got it. We don't need to hear it no more. So she said what she had to say. And I don't know. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about it. Do y'all feel like Gia was in the wrong for speaking up? I don't. They say stay in a child's place, but technically she's not a child. She is an adult. And I feel like Joe and everybody else still looks at her like she's a child. And that's why they had an issue with the fact that she was speaking up. But I didn't. How y'all feel about Margaret? I feel like Margaret is going to get on my motherfucking nerves this season. And I actually liked her, okay? Dolores and that man, y'all stop playing. Dolores just needs to be by herself. And truth be told, Dolores give me that she probably lick cooch. You know what I'm saying? She can go either way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just feels like she don't really need to be with a man. Okay? Like that's not really what she want to be with. And truth be told, I feel like she's okay with being alone. I think that's what it is. I think she's okay with being alone at this point. Because that doctor dude, he ain't doing it for her. But yeah, that was the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I might be back on here because, what did I want to talk about? I want to talk about the Tinder swindler. I might put that on the main channel because, oh my God, that shit, we'll talk about that later. But you guys let me know how y'all felt so far about these first 2 episodes of the new season of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. If you want me to continue to give you like little recaps like this, put it down in the comments and I'll see y'all later. Peace.